You know how some vehicles don't just arrive, they make an entrance? That's exactly the vibe I'm getting from the upcoming 2026 Cadillac Escalade. Every time Cadillac refreshes this SUV, it feels like they're reminding everyone who really owns the full-size luxury SUV game. And this new one? Yeah. It feels bigger, smarter, and more confident than ever. Just looking at it, the first thing that hits you is the presence. The Escalade has always been bold, but the 2026 version sharpens that look even more. The front end feels cleaner yet more aggressive, with Cadillac's signature vertical lighting taking center stage. Those lights aren't just there to help. You see, at night, they're there to make sure everyone else sees you. The grille looks wider and more modern, and depending on the trim, you get that premium chrome or darker, sportier finishes that really change the personality of the SUV. It still looks like an Escalade, but it definitely looks like an Escalade. That knows it's in 2026, move around the sides and you really feel how massive and planted this thing is. The stance is wide, the body lines are smooth but muscular, and the wheel options are huge perfectly, matching that luxury meets power image. And from the back, those tall vertical taillights instantly remind you why the Escalade is so recognizable, even from half a mile away. Now let's talk about what's going on under the hood, because this is where things start getting really interesting. Cadillac is clearly moving with the times, and there's strong talk around hybrid power becoming a key part of the Escalade lineup. The idea here isn't to turn the Escalade into some boring efficiency SUV, it's about keeping that strong, confident performance while making it smoother, quieter, and more fuel-friendly. Think effortless power when you need it, but less guilt at the gas station. And for Escalade buyers, that balance actually makes a lot of sense. Of course, Cadillac isn't abandoning what made the Escalade famous in the first place. You still get that big SUV, confident, strong acceleration, smooth cruising, and the feeling that this thing could tow, haul, or road trip across the country without breaking a sweat. The hybrid option just adds a modern twist to that classic Escalade attitude, and yes, for those of you wondering if this luxury giant can handle more than just city streets, the answer is yes, within reason. The 2026 Escalade isn't pretending to be a hardcore rock crawler, but with available all-wheel drive, adaptive suspension, and selectable drive modes, it's more than capable for snow, dirt roads, gravel, and rough conditions. It's the kind of SUV that lets you confidently leave the pavement when needed, without sacrificing the comfort Escalade owners expect. Basically, it's adventure-ready. Just in a tailored suit, now step inside, because honestly, this is where the Escalade really flexes. Cadillac has already been pushing the limits with interior tech, and the 2026 model keeps that momentum going. The massive curved display across the dashboard feels less like a screen and more like a command center. Everything flows together beautifully: driver info, navigation, entertainment, all right there. Clean and easy to use without feeling overwhelming. The materials? Exactly what you'd expect at this level. Soft leather, real premium finishes, and a level of detail that makes even long drives feel special. Ambient lighting adds that futuristic vibe at night, and the cabin just feels calm, quiet, and expensive in the best way possible. Second-row passengers are basically living the dream. There's tons of space, available captain's chairs, optional massage features, and even executive-style seating setups that make it feel more like a luxury lounge than an SUV. And the third row, still genuinely usable, which is something a lot of big SUVs say they offer, but don't really deliver technology-wise. The Escalade continues to feel like it's a step ahead. Advanced driver assistance, hands-free driving features on supported highways, PREM/IUM sound systems that feel like a concert on wheels, it's all here. Cadillac isn't just adding features for the sake of it. They're refining the experience. So everything feels smooth and intuitive. Now let's be real and talk money. Because the Escalade has never been a budget SUV, the 2026 Cadillac Escalade is expected to start somewhere in the low to mid $90,000 range. And once you climb into higher trims with all the luxury options, that number can rise pretty quickly. But that's kind of the point. This SUV isn't about being affordable, it's about being the best at what it does. And for buyers in this segment, the Escalade still offers a lot of value for what you're getting when you compare it to past models. The evolution is clear. Older Escalades were already luxurious and powerful, but the 2026 version feels more refined, more tech-forward, and more in tune with where the auto world is heading. The design is sharper, the interior feels smarter, and the move toward hybrid power shows that Cadillac is thinking long-term without losing its identity. So if you've always loved the Escalade for its presence, comfort, and confidence, the 2026 model doesn't change that, it enhances it. And if you're new to the idea of owning one, this might be the version that finally wins you over. Honestly, the 2026 Cadillac Escalade feels like Cadillac saying, yeah, we know the competition is strong, but we're still right here. And after seeing what this SUV brings to the table, it's hard to argue with that. Now, I'm curious, would you take the new Escalade with the updated tech and hybrid power, or do you prefer the old-school big engine vibe? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, you already know what to do. I'll catch you in the next one.